Hey, it's To The Point with Mike, Leo, and Vince.
It's your boy Leo from To The Point Podcast with Mike, Leo, and Vince. Welcome back to episode 162. And today is Wednesday, July 1st,
I know,
2026. Welcome back to this beautiful evening again from the Sunshine State where we live, where everybody loves to vacation and bring their bullshit here to Florida. So what's up, guys? Welcome back.
What's happening? So 162.
That's
I
right.
can't believe it's July already. Like
I was just thinking the same thing. We're already
halfway
a
through
month,
the year.
more than halfway through the year. And that's crazy.
Yeah. So a lot in the news, a lot when it comes to Supreme Court rulings, and the pride bullshit's over. You said it, DT. There was that stick figure. I think you sent that out.
Leo sent it to us. It was
The rainbow stick figure was getting kicked out by the American stick figure. I don't know. It's still Pride Month. It's USA Pride. It's the original Pride Month.
Right.
The original No King celebration. So this is our last episode, but I mean, not our last episode, but our episode just before America's 250th birthday. So there's a little bit of cool shit I've had pulled up on the side. Sorry for the language already. But when it comes to America's founding and some myths that go around out there, and then like I said, some of the Supreme Court rulings that kind of was like a roller coaster over the past day or two as far as the court's rulings on some hot topic issues and some issues that they are going to be considering in their next term. So, which is like long guns and stuff like that, and Second Amendment. So,
Hey, Nathaniel's package just showed up.
better get it off before them porch pirates get
Yeah,
it.
and porch pirates get that package.
And that not to.
Right.
This is a horrible way to segue because I had no idea Leo was going to say that. But the TPS ruling, the temporary protective status ruling, affecting South Florida more than any state, I believe, from my research, with the amount of Haitian immigrants here in the state of Florida, South Florida specifically, there's a lot. There's a lot. And it says the most critical industries that will feel the effects from the loss of these personnel will be like caregivers and healthcare. And that didn't reassure me at all that if they stay, that they're still there. Like, I don't know. We saw stories about back in India, the falsified exam results, like false doctors and stuff like that. So I don't know. Just finding out the industry that's going to be affected the most is a little worrisome. Although our area, from what I understand, like there's less than 2,000, I guess, documented from Haiti, which I'm not saying there are bad people. But there's the debate that how can they do this? The ruling from the court was that it is in the president's authority to end a temporary protective status for certain countries that were here on asylum status, because the back home is not good for them. So, I don't know. What do you think about that? We got right into that. What do you think about the people that came here because they needed to be safe from back home, but they're reaping the benefits of being here while taken away from.
Listen, as much as I want to help everybody out, we got to take care of and fix the problem here first. You know, do you understand what I'm saying, Mike? Or do you want me to kind of like break it down?
Break it down. Go ahead.
So what I mean is, like, we have to take care of what is already here in the States is what we have to take care of before we start anything else, before we not let anybody else in, but before we start, giving visas here and visa for this and asylum, or what'd you call it? Whatever the rescue, whatever it is, Mike.
I don't know.
Whenever they come over here for rescue,
Asylum.
like we need to put all that stuff like on hold and let's take care of what we have here first. You know, like let's figure out a way of who's where, who belongs where, who needs to be here, or who doesn't need to be there. Like it's like a bag full of just what is it called, those trail mix is what it is. It's just a bag full of fucking trail mix just fucking put together, and all this guy is trying to do is just separate everybody to figure out, okay, well, where do you go, or where do you belong, or who are you? Just
The problem
it's
is the
just
system's
hard,
so
man. It's just-
overwhelmed.
no, it's just not the it's just not the system. The system has just been broken for so many years.
We're forgetting who we are because there's
system-
too many people here that are bringing their other countries, their other
And
beliefs
it's okay
over here.
and it's okay they can bring it over here. The problem is when
But we're letting them all do it.
the problem
They're taking over.
the problem
I'm not talking about the ones. We got the people like what are the ones, Mike, that were doing the fake daycares,
The Somali,
the Somalis.
the
So
Leering centers.
so I mean, you got Somalis that are taking over. You got what's going on in New York. You got Muslims taking over.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like you can believe whatever you want to believe, but there's still a law here that you have to follow. Just because you're from a different country or whatever, say, oh well, we could do this in our country. Okay, but you're not there though. You know, like you're not there. So this like it's like if me walking into some random person's house and be like, hey man, listen, I don't like where your salt shaker and black peppers is at. I'm gonna move it. And they're gonna be like, well, what do you mean? You'll be like, yeah, I don't know who you are, but I don't like the fucking salt black pepper sitting on that countertop, and I'm gonna move it over on the other side. They're gonna be like, what? Like, are you crazy? Like, this is my house. How could you come in here and do this to me?
Or even better yet, I'm gonna take your flag down and put mine up.
Right, like
Your property.
right. And you didn't even know who I am. I just showed up here because I saw a room that was for rent on whatever website that's called. They rent apartments or whatever. What is it called?
I don't know.
Rooms for rent.
Rooms for rent. There you go.
Rooms for rent. Like, yeah, I don't know.
It's just weird, man. Like it's just, like you can
South
bring your
Florida,
culture.
though, South Florida has got hundreds of thousands of Haitian immigrants here on TPS status. And the farther north you go, it kind of the numbers get lower until you get to like Orlando area. The numbers are high again. And you know, industry will be affected, especially like food delivery, grocery shopping, stuff like that. And these people, what about the people who say this isn't fair? They came here. Some of them built families here. Some of them, you know, built relationships here. What do you say to that? Leo.
I mean, it sucks for them, but it was a temporary status, and they knew that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. The T in TPS stands for temporary, you know, but and at what point do you expect some personal responsibility also?
I mean, I'm not saying I don't feel for some of these. Some of these people are really good people, contribute to, you know, society and work jobs, hardworking. But it is a temporary status, and
So the Supreme Court ruled the other day that it is in the president's authority to do that because it's an executive decision. So other rulings they come across were the birthright citizenship, which in a way, you know, it's disappointing, but considering the way the Constitution was written, what, 250 years ago? It needs Congress to act and it needs to be updated because at the time, maybe not 250 years ago, but when the 14th Amendment was included, I can't remember the year. Not 250 years ago, it was a lot sooner than that. But you're talking about birthright citizenship for slaves.
Right.
So children of slaves. You know, if your parents were brought here and you were a product of that and you were given birthright citizenship. The problem is it's turned into birthright tourism. And if you listen to DeSantis, the biggest culprit in this is The Chinese. And who are we like embedded to believe is our biggest enemy on the world stage? The Russians and the Chinese.
Right.
So they're just coming here pregnant and having their kids born here. Is
Yes. They'll come here at the last minute and because they can hide it from TSA, you know, if they don't look that pregnant. And as long as they have that baby here, that baby's got birthrights, is an American citizen, and the parents have like I forget what it's called. They have rights to be here for their children. So it's a scam, and it's a tourism industry. Listen to DeSantis.
Temporary authority for Florida to suspend certain restrictions while allowing the legislature to review long-term policy decisions. Additionally, this legislation prohibits pre-planned adoption agreements and surrogacy contracts involving citizens
Hopefully this is the right
or
one.
residents of foreign countries of concern. China ships people here for birth. They do, it's really a seedy thing, and I'm glad that we were able to do that. I know we're hoping that the Supreme Court is going to interpret the 14th Amendment so that we can put a stop to some of the people that are coming here for a month, having birth, and then going back to China. That's part of an operation. Why would we let that happen and grant citizenship under those circumstances? Bill also creates enhanced criminal penalties for crimes committed to benefit foreign governments or foreign-owned terrorist organizations. As I mentioned, charitable organizations. It prohibits those organizations from accepting contribution or support from designated terrorist organizations.
Yeah, so that was DeSantis on the, immigration, like the forced immigration, and it's pretty messed up. I don't agree with how the court ruled. There was a couple of them on there that kind of switched sides from what you would expect them to rule on it, which is disappointing because to change the Constitution, which is what the court interprets, it takes a supermajority and then 2/3 of the states. So it's not an easy process. So hopefully they do something, especially if 80% of the people with this Save America Act want that, but Congress won't even bring it up for a vote. So the Senate won't.
Hey, Vince,
so Leo.
did you see those climbers the Empire State Building went?
Yeah, I've seen that. That was pretty crazy.
Like,
God dang.
sorry guys if we just blew your speakers.
I said, can you guys hear me?
Jeez, what's up with that?
Felt like I was in the helicopter.
That's better. Christ. And then that one. Yeah, so Leo, you have what that says, right?
I couldn't remember, Mike, what it said.
You screenshot it. Go ahead, tell us what it says. Let's turn that down though.
I think it says something when the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. And then you said this guy proposes to the girl.
Yeah,
It's obviously
well, just now I was
maybe
reading,
it's a man and a woman.
it is a man and a woman. These people were featured in a documentary on Netflix for Skywalkers.
Oh, so they're known for doing this kind.
They're known for doing this kind of stuff around the world.
So was this this was not obviously permittable?
Probably not.
They probably broke a few laws while doing this.
Probably.
This is the top of the spire on top of the Empire State Building.
Yep.
And you've seen the Empire State Building?
That is
right?
crazy, man.
Right? You've been up
Yeah.
there. You've seen events. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Look at that. You got me.
Like, I wonder what it feels like.
I can
to be
feel
up
it
there.
right now. I can tell you right now.
Like, look at that. Like, literally, like,
take me down. Nope.
like, look at that. Like, literally, right there. Like, there's nowhere else to go. You can't go up any higher. And that last step was pretty darn big.
I think if I was up there and like I'm not like tied down to something,
They
where
got no backpack, so you know they got.
I'd probably pass out. I'd die. I'd fall right off.
Have
the
a heart attack.
motherfucker.
We were talking like, what if they
Just
had,
the
like, a
wind.
switch like that would like electrify it to like scare off the buzzards and shit. Somebody just flipped the switch,
And they both fall.
you know, bug zapper.
But I think there's stairs though. They go all the way up.
Yeah,
to
because
the
they got
ladder
to change that
platform
light
is at,
bulb. Yeah,
to where that platform is at.
That's crazy though, man.
No, thank you.
And then he proposes to her.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, might as well. You're going to jail. That's crazy.
Yeah, I wonder what they're going to do to him.
What
are they gonna be
helicopter
charged?
buzzing around? I don't know, but man, up there they charge you for the bill of law enforcement response.
Mm.
The TT says, "I'm already high enough. I couldn't do that shit." No, me neither, man. That's crazy.
So DT.
I go in a ladder, and that's just
The older I get, the more I don't like heights. I didn't mind them when I was younger.
like, look at him. That's pretty badass, though.
Ain't no way in the hell I'd ever.
I'm not gonna do it, but I'm telling you, it's pretty badass, though. I give him all the credit, man. Hell yeah, go for it. Fuck yeah. The love of power.
Yeah. The power of love, Leo.
Oh, the power of
Well, when the power of love beats the love of power,
the world is
the world will know peace. What the fuck?
okay.
Until somebody comes along and kills everybody.
Anyways, hey, have you guys been keeping up with the World Cup?
No.
No.
But you know what?
A little.
Hold on. I want to.
Mexico's been doing pretty fucking badass, I gotta say.
Never got into soccer.
I'm not a soccer
I
player.
played it when I was
I
younger.
like watching it, but I don't have a team.
can't-
like
I can't
I just
watch.
like
I'm not
watching
a soccer player. I'm not. I'm there for the drinks and the party.
But yeah, let me see here. I'm just making sure our rumble's up and going.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but the movement that like I think the best thing to come out of let's get off these jackals.
Yeah, please.
The best thing to come out of the World Cup coming here, and I think it was definitely perfect timing with America's 250,
Yeah.
is to show the world we're not the crap hole that the media makes America out to be. Like in all these videos, and I've got a bunch of them. Yeah, he's got vertigo too. Watch out.
Oh, yeah,
God,
fuck that.
And yeah, all the videos of like the foreigners going, man, this is the beautiful country, everybody's welcoming, and it's obviously the good stories are always highlighted, but it is nice to see all this kind of PR, I would call it, leading up to America's 250. You want me to play some videos? Here we go. Yeah, like you said, in Mexico, I saw a video from inside their stadium with the backdrop of wherever the hell this stadium is, and it's amazing. It's not in the middle of a city, I'll tell you that.
No, they had the whole.
It might be on the edge of a city.
No, they had the whole city at the Mexico City, like
Yeah,
like the whole main street. Where they have the whole eagle and stuff like that. Like it was like
no, I don't know.
party city.
I can
Like,
imagine.
it was just like lit, and every goal.
But there was no
literally-
like high rises. It was like mountains you can see in the background.
Like literally, you could see it. Like it was
Maybe
so.
it's fake.
I was watching like TikTok videos. Like they were so intense. Like at the moments, and then all of a sudden, just boom! It was just everything just blew up. Like damn. Like, I was like, could you imagine the energy just there, just crazy?
Let's see.
That's awesome.
I've got a few.
Perfect.
to
Let's
play
see it.
here. Let's see some.
Get him, boy.
Let me adjust volumes before we go into it because it's like something reset.
At the World Cup in one of the most insane stadiums I've ever seen in my life. This is mad.
Look how absolutely astonishing this is.
DT, is there an echo? Can you sound check for us?
I am absolutely in shock. I made this account a month ago showing a British perspective of life in America, and the amount of messages and the amount of support that I have received from Americans has been overwhelming. Like, it has been insane.
I feel like I've been lied to my entire life about America. Like, I'm in Florida. This beach is insane. Like, just as good as Australian beaches.
I have people asking to show me around. I have people offering to take me out on a boat. I have people offering to take me to their favourite restaurants. And that is beautiful. Like, there generally isn't any words to describe it, and I am overwhelmed with love.
Are you kidding me?
How the hell is this actually real?
You're gonna miss him real quick out there.
Don't tell him that, Mike. See, that you just fucked up, man. Don't be telling him that
this
shit.
next guy's funny.
I saw the end of the world in the US and it's called Buc-ee's. They say it's a gas station, but that's a lie.
Can you believe this is a petrol station? These are all petrol pumps.
This place has 120 pumps. 120. Why? Are you refueling the US Air Force? Are you preparing for an alien invasion?
So, as I told you, the Walmart is just the best tourist attraction you can have in whole United States. For me as a European.
The woman says, oh no, the man in the hat already paid for your beers. So we go up to shake his hand. We think it's probably the guy in the big cowboy hat. And he's shaking our hands as a firm handshake. And it's a proper Texas hospitality. He's like, oh yeah, he's just chatting away, asking us where we're going, where we're from. Lovely, lovely Texas man. And then he's like, hold on, wait here. I've got something for you guys. Heavy duty pin from the Amarillo Police Department.
That's right. I got the Walmart.
Fucking Walmart.
A Walmart fucking.
I just got back from eating in all 16 World Cup host cities. The America that everyone warned me about was rude, dangerous, and broken. But the one that I actually turned up to, friendliest people in the world.
I've arrived at the World Cup in one of the most insane...
So many of you reached out after my last video that I had to say this one more time. The media has been lying to you about America, and the World Cup just proved it. For years, European and Canadians have been fed the same narrative. America is dangerous. Americans are ignorant. The culture is shallow. The food will kill you. And people believed it. Why? Because they saw it on the news. They read it online. They never actually went.
Bingo.
Then the World Cup came, and millions of people who had never set foot in the US suddenly showed up. And you know what they found? Friendly people, incredible energy, stadiums that blew their minds, hospitality they didn't even expect. Video after video of Europeans and Canadians saying, I had no idea, I was completely wrong, this is nothing like what I was told. And that's exactly the problem. The media doesn't profit from you having a good experience. It profits from fear, division, outrage. A Canadian family having the time of their life in Texas doesn't get clicks, you know? A crime story does. So that's all you ever see. That's all you ever hear. And slowly, without even realizing it, your entire worldwide view gets shaped by people who want you to be afraid. And look, in my opinion, the World Cup didn't just bring football to America. It accidentally broke the most powerful propaganda machine in the world, because people finally went and saw it for themselves. So stop letting a screen decide what you think about a place. Go experience it, because I promise you the truth is always different from what they're selling you. Always.
Hold on. I've got more. This guy was pretty cool too. This guy, he ended up getting invited to the White House. I don't know if it's in this video though.
America, a huge apology, because America is nothing like what the media tells us. Everyone is so friendly, everyone is so accommodating, and I've honestly had the best time. I fly home Sunday, and the English have a song where we say, please don't take me home, I just don't want to go to work. Let me stay here and drink all your beer. And I've never resonated with that song more than in America for this World Cup. I wish I could stay and finish the tournament watching England. So if anyone is out there that can help me make this happen, then please let me know. I want nothing more than to stay in the USA, finish the World Cup, and meet more fantastic Americans.
Well, I mean, we're glad you enjoyed your stay, but it's time for you to go home. Come back again some other time. It is though heartwarming to see some of the The viral moments. Here's another one. If it was 3 years ago, you could have stayed, right? Is this it? No, that's the one here.
I came.
We'll probably get flagged on YouTube for playing the song. I don't know whose it is.
This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Pulled up to a Waffle House at 1 a.m. real late. Hash brown scattered, smothered, covered, 10 out of 10, it's great. Discovered free refills and I almost lost my mind. Found the kind of welcome that I never thought I'd find. Welcome to the land where the whole world comes to play. Flags from every nation waving proud and on display. From Boston to LA, from Dallas to the sea. 80,000 voices, this is what it means to be free. Hey! Welcome to the land, yeah, we're rolling out the door. Every street a stage, every stranger wanting more. The ball is in the air, and the whole wide world can see. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the land of the free. The Scots marched into Boston with their bagpipes ringing clear. Kilts and tartan everywhere, the whole city stopped to hear. They sang Flower of Scotland at the Red Sox Fenway Park. Lit the whole of New England up and glowing in the dark. The Germans hit the highway, chased the road from south to north. Freddie said it's the Holy Land, he meant Taco Bell, of course. Buc-ee's left him speechless, Bass Pro Shops left him amazed. Even got invited to the White House, yeah, the whole world's going crazy. Norwegian fans in New York doing yoga in Times Square. Then they turned the escalator into a Viking's lair. Rowing up together like a long
That's pretty cool.
There was some scenes where like the whole stadium was doing it.
Flags from every nation waving proud and on display. From Boston to LA, from Dallas to the sea. 80,000 voices, this is what it means to be free. Welcome to the land, yeah, we're rolling out the door. Every street a stage, every stranger wanting more. The ball is in the air, and the whole wide world can see. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the land of the free. Japan fans cleaning stadiums.
I think it's an AI song, maybe. I don't know. But it's pretty good. Until he says you're welcome. Like to stay.
Dancing to Gangnam Style with their arms around each beat. Kansas learned Algerian, the marching band played their song. 500 Lawrence locals show the world where you belong. Swedish fans went searching for the recipe to ranch. Frenchman says the air conditioning deserves its own whole stanza. English fans stood jaw dropped at the first sight of Buc-ee's. Scottish fans at Fenway, Boston said please don't leave. Buc-ee and the ranch dressing brisket by the pound. Best tournament the world has ever seen. And we're just getting wild. A bagpiper and a bucket drummer outside Faneuil Hall. Plaid kilt, wicker hat, playing music for us all. Different worlds, different words, different flags, different names. But when the whistle blows, we all come alive the same. From the Rockies to Rockefeller.
You want to watch this whole thing? It's like 2 minutes more. Yeah, it's pretty amazing though. You know, that's America. I think it's pretty cool that
until they call Vince's drinks.
Until they what?
Until they call Vince's drinks, and then there's a problem.
My drinks?
Oh.
Yeah.
What drinks?
What's the name of your drink?
Oh, ice. Drinking ice water.
Sparkling ice. It's the fancy ice.
My bad.
The gay agents.
My bad.
Sugar.
You know, so Scotland, we actually
I turned around and that's what I seen. I said, oh, fuck.
Some family friends were actually in Boston for that Scotland game where they broke the world record for the loudest national anthem. It was their national anthem, but it was pretty cool. So yeah, we kind of knew people that were there for that to experience it. It's pretty cool, yeah. But it's nice, like it's great while we're celebrating the America 250th birthday. They call it something else too, Freedom Fair or World Fair, whatever. I'm not sure, but to show how great America is. It's not just doom and gloom. This is why people are killing themselves to get here and won't leave. And that's why our systems are being overrun. There's a reason why we've been able to make it 250 years without going full commie and full socialist, and that's because we had a reasonable set of laws and standards and a strong federal government to protect the union. And that comes when you're talking about protective status and birthright citizenships and border patrol, deportations. So you know what? Let's play Warrior Shield. We'll be right back, and then we can talk about what happened in Venezuela. The sad situation going on there.
There's a kind of strength you can't buy or borrow. It's born in the fire, tempered by sacrifice, and carried by those who never stopped serving. Some heroes wear uniforms. Others wear scars. They're veterans, first responders, and Gold Star families. Men and women who gave everything and still keep giving. At the Warrior Shield Foundation, we stand beside them, shoulder to shoulder, providing the support, the care, and the community they deserve. We're a proud non-profit, a 501c3, built to protect those who protect us. We don't just serve our own. We help other non-profits reach their missions too, because together, we make the Shield stronger. Donate and help our cause, help their cause, because every act of kindness builds hope where the battle still rages inside. Join the mission. Donate today. Visit warriorshield.org, because heroes deserve a foundation as strong as their sacrifice.
Right, so that was Warrior Shield. They're coming up in September. Their Warrior Fest. It's going to be at I forgot the name all of a sudden. It's going to be in Sanford, not Orlando, at the Rosin Center. They had a change of plan going on. I'm not sure what happened, but same weekend, I believe, just different location. I don't believe there's going to be a broadcast from there. Really haven't heard anything, so I'm not sure.
Are the guys still coming down?
I have no idea. I don't even know if they're going still. I don't know. But still, it's a great organization. So show your support. Also, show your support for IRC Media, which is our media company that kind of stemmed out from all of the crap we get into. But we've got a shirt out right now, America's 250. Would you get $10 off? Literally, we don't make anything, especially once we ship it to you. We're losing money, but we want to make sure we get a couple shirts out there, and but it does support us and helps keep us going. So check out the website. Before that code ends, use John 1776 for $10 off. And yeah, the Conspiracy Club shirt's on there also. So check that out. That's on the second Thursday of every month, except for July. Due to vacations and it's middle of summer like that, we're taking July off from the Conspiracy Club. Make sure you check us out in August at Filthy's live on the second Thursday. I don't know what the date is, but either way, drop by ircmedia.net.
I have no idea.
Was it just me?
It's going to be the 12th, August 12th. Or, excuse me, August 13th.
13th.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm hearing things. So yeah.
No, I saw it too, Mike.
You saw what?
Whatever.
We heard something
back there or something turned off or something. I don't know.
Oh, is that what it was?
Something it was.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was the big speaker right there. It didn't sound like that though, because I got the earphones on.
No, it sounded like there was a cat down there or something.
Yeah, it sounded like something was throwing up or shitting itself. I was like, what the?
It didn't.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? I don't know what that was. We haven't had many frogs out where we are this past couple years, which is alarming because frogs eat spiders. What we have seen a lot of are those invasive lizards that look like freaking dinosaurs.
Those are coming up from down south as well too. They're migrating as well too.
Yeah,
not just humans but animals as well.
That was messed up. So yeah.
Oh, seriously, like animals do migrate from like from the north to the south, and during the storms too. Like if you notice when there's a storm, you look at them animals, man. They take shelter. They know exactly where that storm's coming through. They also have hurricane evacuation routes that they take, especially the birds.
So I've got another video of DeSantis because a big topic right now in Florida is the property tax. And I'd like to know y'all's opinion on it. Me personally, I don't own property, but I'm not against getting rid of property tax. It just sounds ridiculous. So I'd like to get your thoughts on what DeSantis says.
It's kind of like what you would. I see you posted earlier this week was, why should you be paying taxes for the rest of your life on something that you bought?
The American dream. What part of that says you can buy land, but you're going to have to rent it even after you pay off the bank for owning it?
And that's perfect right there. I mean, why are you renting the land?
Right. That's not the American dream.
Like, it's ridiculous.
We got frog licking is down as well. Frog licking is down as well. I'm not sure what DT is up. Don't lick the frogs. Those toads, man, will kill your dog. I forget. I don't even know how to pronounce the name, but have you heard of them?
Yeah, I heard about them.
Blue frog or blue.
A month or two ago, I think they were getting really bad. A couple months ago.
Oh, we usually see them out here, but again, we haven't had many frogs, so I'm expecting an influx of spiders, which is not a good trade-off. Although frog shit is all over the place. One year, it was horrible. Here's DeSantis.
What I would say to you is this. You are going to hear those horror stories from every local government.
This is in response to everybody who works for government or is related to somebody who works for government saying that, oh, if they cut property taxes, you're going to lose services. Well, how much services should your local government be offering anyways? That's my money. And if my property tax if my property value doubled, yeah, there's a cap on how much they can go up, but still 3% on a couple $100,000 is a lot of money, and it's not our fault as property owners. Property values skyrocketed. So yes, there is a cap right now, but for these people who work in government who try to scare you, don't buy their crap. I've been fighting with these people, and a lot of them won't even talk to us now because I'm calling them out on social media, but it's ridiculous. If any politician is not out there saying, I'm going to vote to cut your property taxes, I don't care what kind of property tax, I don't care for what, I'm going to cut it, I'm not voting for him. Sorry. And don't let them scare you. The school is not going to be touched by this. The school system, which probably should be reevaluated in most counties, isn't going to be affected. Which, interesting note, we've talked about this before. Most superintendents of county school districts make as much as the president of the United States.
That's crazy.
Meanwhile, most teachers make what, 50 grand?
Yeah.
So the pay gap there is ridiculous. You want to talk about capitalism, retail?
Yeah, you want to talk about
government agencies.
You want to talk about Dr. Moore having a big ass fucking paycheck while we're struggling to get fucking school bus drivers to fucking take our kids to and from school to make his paycheck fat,
which is probably 40 grand a year, 30 grand maybe.
But yeah, we're gonna give the bus driver the minimum wage and let them have a responsibility of a full bus with loud ass kids that are fucking misbehave in the back, and take care of them and deal with them and get them home safe at a certain time.
I'm
You
not
think
saying
somebody's gonna
he
want
hasn't
that?
done good, but that
No,
pay
Mike.
gap is
No, Mike,
ridiculous.
Mike, but he doesn't deserve this much amount of money, though. He literally does not deserve this
What does the
amount
president
of
get
money.
now?
It's like 450,000.
Because it used to be like 200, but now it's like
It's gone up over the years. Yeah,
that's a lot of
Too
money.
much
for that.
fucking money, man. Like
Trump doesn't get anything though.
No,
He donates
He
it.
donates his check.
Trump
in the
fucking
state.
shits in fucking gold toilets.
Well,
Bitch gonna
you would too, knowing you.
They are going to. I know
Actually,
that. And they're doing
he'll
that
probably-
to try to
Let's-
get people to not vote.
let's
for
hear
this.
DeSantis
So what
debunk
I
these
would
fear
say to
money.
you
You'd
is
have a
this.
gold
You
toilet.
are going to hear those horror
Wouldn't you?
stories from every local government in the state. They are going to. I know that, and they're doing that to try to get people to not vote for this. They have a self-interest in keeping the gravy train going. If you can't see that, I don't know how I can help you. You're going to continue to be
That's
inundated by this. They're going to tell you. They're going to tell you there's no money for infrastructure. You're not going to have any money for police. You're not going to have any money for any of these things. They are going to say that over and over again. And let me ask you this question. Excuse me, I'm answering your question.
Ooh.
You asked the question, I'm answering it. If we had 32 billion in 2019, I came
82.
here, I was all over the state. Did we not have services in 2019? I mean, is this, do I have amnesia? I mean, yes, we did. So even if you just said 2019 levels, adjust for population and inflation, that'd be like 43 billion, 44 billion. You're having way more, even if you pass this property tax thing. So don't buy the hype that you're not going to be able to do these things.
So
I
what
can
he's
tell you
saying is that the amount of growth and the property value increase, these municipalities are making a killing for what? To give your money to NGOs like reading groups and stuff like that that are raking in millions of fundraising outside of your tax dollars?
Time the property tax is put to voters around the country, you hear the same arguments over and over again. And look, mine was a lot bolder. I mean, like, you know, part of me is like, you know, I'm voting for it, but part of me is like, you know, you watered it down, right? It's like,
Yes.
so if anything, your concern should be it should have been bolder, not that somehow this is going to be. So yes, they are going to say, oh, we can't give pay raise because property tax, we can't do this, we can't do that. You're going to be inundated with that. They're going to try to get every single person who is connected to local government to be hostile to doing things for taxpayers. But, you know,
Absolutely. We see that here.
You know, people that work in these agencies pay property tax too, and they are getting hit. And they would like to have a break as well. So that's going to be the hype. I think you're going to continue to see that going on. But this proposal the legislature did, you know, really at best, even when it's fully implemented, it will reduce your homesteaded property tax burden by about 2/3. And so, you know, if you're paying, you know, $10,000, you know, you're going to get 2/3 off that once it's fully phased in. People that have lower value homes. So what I
Right.
would
So
say to
it's
you is
phased
this.
in.
You
It's
are gonna
over a
hear
couple
those
years,
horror stories from
and then
every
it
local
caps
government
out,
in the
and
state.
it fluctuates
They are
with
gonna-
inflation.
I
I don't
know
understand
that,
what's
and
the,
they're doing that
you
to
know,
try to get people to not vote for this.
why
They have a
these
self-interest in keeping the
government
gravy train
officials
going.
believe
If
they
you
need
can't
more of our
see
money
that, I
because
don't
you
know
never
how I
hear
can
of
help
them
you. You're gonna
giving
continue
back
to be
or cutting your
inundated by this.
taxes.
They're
because
gonna
they're
tell
stealing the
you-
money.
Right. In certain
gonna tell you
communities, like
there's
one
no
I
money
live in,
for
is almost
infrastructure. You're
all
not gonna have
homestead
any money for
exemptions.
police. You're not gonna have any
So
money for any
a
of
small
these things.
community
They
like
are gonna
that,
say
well, it's
that
not very
over and
small,
over
but it's a
again.
big,
And let me ask you
it's
this
big by
question.
landmass,
Excuse me,
small
I'm
by
answering your question.
community.
You asked the question,
They
I'm
have a
answering it.
lot to lose, but they'll still do okay with the amount of growth, the new
32 billion
construction.
in
This is just on
2019,
homestead after you're paid
I
off,
came here,
and it
I
phases
was
it
all
in
over the
over a couple
state.
years, and then
Did we
it
not
goes,
have services
I guess,
in 2019?
you know, until they change it again.
I mean, is this,
But
do I have amnesia? I
you
mean,
know,
yes, we
one
did.
community in our
So
area,
even
I think
if
it's
you
Indian
just
River
said
Shores,
2019 levels,
they made so
adjust
much
for
money
population
back
and
from
inflation,
property
that'd be like
taxes.
43 billion,
They
44
gave
billion.
everybody a
You're
raise
having way more
that
even
works
if
for
you
this little
pass
city,
this property
and
tax thing.
they cut the
So
millage.
don't
buy
for
the
all their
hype,
property owners.
that you're
And
not
and
gonna
you're
be
talking
able to
high
do
dollar
these
value
things. I can
area
tell you, anytime the
where
property
most of those
is
people
put to
don't even
voters around the country,
claim
you hear the
homestead
same
here.
arguments over
They,
and
it's
over
like
again.
their second
look,
home.
Snowbirds.
mine was a lot
Or it's their
bolder. I mean,
first home and they have a
part of me
second
is
home
like,
somewhere
I'm
else. So
voting for it, but part of me is like, you watered
homestead
it down, right?
exemption
It's
is
like, so
got
if
to be
anything,
what you claim as your
your concern should have
home,
been bolder,
your
not
primary
that somehow
residence,
this
and
is
that's
going to
where
be
you can claim
so yes,
homestead.
they
And
are going to say,
I don't know how it is in
oh,
other
we
states,
can't
but in
give pay
Florida,
raise because
I guess
property
it's
tax,
anywhere.
we
I don't
can't
know.
do this,
But
we
I
can't
guess
do
it's
that.
based
You're
on
gonna
your
be
state,
inundated with that. They're
what
gonna
you
try to
pay
get
for that.
every
So
single
again,
person,
school won't be
who is
messed with. When it
connected
comes to
local
sheriff's
government,
department, they get whatever
to
they
be
want, and it's
hostile
written
to doing
in
things
the
for
Florida
taxpayers. But,
statute code.
one of the
Pretty
things
much,
is,
if the county don't, we saw it here in our county also.
that work
If
in
they
these
don't approve their
agencies
budget
pay
request,
property
you can
tax
go to the
too.
state.
And they are
Usually, the
getting hit.
state's
And
CFO
they
or
would
something
like
like
to have a
that
break
steps in
as
and makes a
well.
decision,
So
or
that's
they
gonna
can
be
sue
the
them in
hype.
court.
I
And
think
almost
you're gonna continue to
always,
see that
the
going
sheriff's
on.
department will
But
get their
this,
budget request one
this
way or another.
proposal the
Again, in our
legislature
county,
did,
the sheriff had to
really
sue
at
the
best, even when
county
it's fully
for
implemented,
what do you get?
it will
Another $3
reduce
million
your
out of it.
homesteaded
Guess how much they
property tax
gave
burden,
to
by about
NGOs, the
2/3.
programs
And
like
so, if you're
rehabilitation
paying,
or reading for third graders and stuff like
10,000,
that.
you're
That
gonna get
would exist without our
2/3
money.
off that once it's fully
He sued
phased
for
in.
got
People
$3
that have lower
million
value
to
homes.
increase his
So
budget because he
I
didn't
would say
get
to
the
you is
original
this:
$6
you are
million he
gonna
wanted.
hear those horror
But
stories
meanwhile, the
from
county
every
gave
local
almost
government in
$3.9
the
million
state.
away
They are
to
going to. I know
multiple
that, and they're doing that to
nonprofits.
try to get people to not vote
Most
for
of
this.
them
They have a
have people
self-interest
who
in
actually
keeping the
sit
gravy
on the
train
grant
going.
committee who
If you
decides
can't
who
see
gets the
that,
money.
I don't know how I
So
can
don't
help
tell
you.
me it's not
You're
a good
going
old
to
boy
continue to
network
be inundated by this.
here in
They're going
Florida
to tell
too.
you.
The political
They're going to
circle
tell you
jerk
there's
is
no money
ridiculous.
for infrastructure. You're
You
not going to
know?
have any money for
And
police. You're not going to have
that's
any
probably
money
just
for
about
any of these
everywhere,
things.
any
They
state,
are going to
really.
say that
I don't know how it works anywhere else,
Let
but
me
it should
ask
be
you this
better here.
question.
Politics
Excuse
seem
me,
to be
I'm answering
crooked
your
everywhere.
question.
Yeah. Shout out to Steven and the guys at the Conservative Blitz podcast. Make sure you follow them on Rumble and YouTube and all that. You can also get to their YouTube from our website. We've got them linked down below. And if you just go to ircmedia.net and scroll down, it's always a great conversation between Steven and his brother, and when they gang up on Vinny, I think his name is, so we'll try to get them on here one of these days. So we got to get them on EV Mux so we can drop in on them and they can drop in on us. So we got about 12 minutes left. I got this guy right here. You're going to see more of him. This isn't so local. This guy right here. This will make you throw up a little bit in your mouth.
It's time for a national billionaires tax and a new.
Hold on there, Gavin. I don't like how you're yelling at me.
It's time for a national billionaires tax and a new social contract. Think about this, just 10% of
That keyword right there, social contract.
people, 10% of people in this country own 2/3 of the wealth. A 30-year-old, for the first time in American history, is not doing better than his or her parents. That's a 5-alarm fire. American.
But if you break that down, those statistics are in shithole states ran by people like Tim Walz and Gavin Newsom, Minnesota, California. That man scares me. He's demonic, I'm telling you.
Wages have stood still, and the costs across the spectrum, cost of living, have skyrocketed. The system is fundamentally broken. The federal
Listen how he
tax
talks.
code, the corporate tax code, and the inheritance tax code seem to be written for a different set of Americans. It's time for an economic reset, a true minimum tax on billionaires that, well, ensures the people at the very top pay at least the tax rate their own workers pay. We also should end this tax-free lifestyle loan. This is the gimmick that allows the ultra-wealthy to borrow against their stock portfolios while reporting the gimmick that allows the ultra-wealthy to borrow against their stock. In this tax-free lifestyle loan.
Look at the hand motion.
Gimmick that allows the pay. We also should end this tax-free lifestyle loan. This is the gimmick that allows the ultra-wealthy to borrow against their stock portfolios while reporting no taxable income. We also have to rewrite those inheritance rules so that the largest intergenerational wealth transfer in human history, estimated by, well, be $124 trillion that will be changing hands doesn't lock in a permanent American aristocracy of inherited wealth. Time as well to return to the pre-2017 corporate tax rates, and time to close those offshore loopholes once and for all. And as AI reshapes the country, every American should own a piece of the future it builds through a national public equity fund. Trickle-down economics, it's been a, nearly 50-year experiment that has failed. Record corporate profits flowed into stock buybacks and executive compensation. It's time to stop pretending otherwise. We're nearing the 250th anniversary of this country's revolution. The system the American founders built, was designed to prevent the concentration of power in a few hands. But we've allowed that concentration to happen anyway, slowly and in plain sight over the course of decades and decades. But we can reverse it. We can reverse it together. It's time to democratize the American economy to save.
He tries to use that word, democratize.
It's time for a national billionaire's tax and a new social contract. Think about this, just 10% of people, 10% of people in this country own
that will take their wealth
of the wealth
in their business somewhere else. You'll see multi-billion-dollar corporations take their main business somewhere else. They'll pay an exit fee and they'll move their company somewhere else, and then we'll be back to making up for that in tariffs because everything's built overseas again.
It's the opposite of what Trump did, where you see all these businesses now are coming here because he's taxing with the tariff taxes and he's taxing the other stuff that's coming over here more so that they can make the money here. So we've actually had even Apple's invested how many billions of dollars in building new plants and stuff here in our country to build the parts here, not just actually assemble the phones, but they are going to be actually building their chips here.
Yeah, they want to go he would love to take down Elon Musk because Elon Musk is almost a trillionaire if he's not a trillionaire, and they try to say he doesn't pay tax, just like they tried to say with Trump, but through real estate holdings and you get a tax break on your 401k because you're not taking it out. There's a tax break there. There's tax breaks with different real estate ventures and stuff like that, and retirement and funds and stuff you can invest in. So they try to go after these billionaires like that, but yet they still are paying millions of dollars in tax. But it's not enough for people like Newsom or people like your local county commissioner that doesn't want to cut your property tax. For people, great grandma who's been here since the 80s, they paid for their land, her husband's died, all she's had to do is keep up property tax, but she's endangered of losing this property now because the savings has ran out. She's living on a fixed income, and the government's going to take the property from her because she can't pay the tax that's been paid off for 20 years.
Right.
This is ridiculous. It's tyranny. It's socialism. It's communism, whatever you want to call it. It's not what we're supposed to be like. You bought and paid for that property. That should be your property. Why do you have to rent the American dream from your local government? No. This is ridiculous.
I mean, even movies have been made about just what you just said. Happy Gilmore, his grandmother's house was being repossessed because she hadn't paid her property taxes in a decade. So they were auctioning off her house and selling off her house. That's the whole reason he was playing golf, trying to make money. Exact same thing what you're talking about. House was paid off, actually built by his grandfather's bare hands, and then just because so the house was paid for from day one, but they had to pay property tax.
Still renting it. You're still renting it.
Renting the land.
You're renting it from the city. If you're not in the city, you're renting it from the county. You're renting it from the state. They all take your tax dollars. Now,
in the land of the free, the land is not free.
Right. I get everybody's got to contribute to the infrastructure and the services like schools, law enforcement, fire, emergency, and stuff like that. But
to me, a property
to the tune
tax,
I believe what was our county's increase was like 50 million over 2 years. 50 million more in property tax revenue our county's brought in.
To me, property tax should be just like the tax you pay on a car when you buy a car. It's a one-time payment. When I buy my house with the land on it, I pay tax on that sale. I shouldn't have to pay it for the rest of my life.
Right. Yeah, even if it's
I don't even think it should
worked
be
into your mortgage.
if it's right. Yeah, like if the grand total for the whole sale is worked into your, what do they call that? Your escrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because every year it's either going to go up because somebody else new is going to come and appraise your land and say it's worth more now.
Well,
So
there's
now you get-
laws though. There's laws. They can only
by so
the
much.
increase in assessment can only go a certain percentage.
Okay, but
and thankfully, your county that you live in, our property tax appraiser is strictly by. He's got no like, nothing. He's like by the book, black and white kind of guy. So I don't fear that in this county, but in some counties, yeah.
But still, like, it's mine.
Right. What's to stop some of these other municipalities from saying,
like there should be
it's like
they
did with Trump in the opposite direction.
Like they should have somehow of like, oh, okay, Leo, you have kids? Okay, we're gonna charge you for school or this or this or so that. Vince, you have no kids? Okay, we're not gonna charge you for school, but we're gonna charge you for this other thing. You know,
That's
like
too
there's-
hard to track all that.
Well, I mean, there still has to be somehow, some way, you know.
The school, by the way, usually takes up, I think, over 50% of the budget.
Yeah, but then they get
operating fund. I'm not sure.
they get like grants and stuff like that too. So
Yeah. But as far as the county income, I think like more than 50% is going to the school system.
Right.
Our county, 177,000. I think the sheriff was fighting for 96 million, which we thought was ridiculously a lot. But come to find out, the county operates like with a 600 and almost $700 million in the bank. They have to maintain like 2/3 of that, I believe, or maybe that is the 2/3. I'm not sure, but how it all works. But there's stipulations on what they have to keep. So when the politicians or the president of the Taxpayers Association wants to tell you the ambulance isn't going to pick you up, it's bullshit. The money's there. They're not going to not fund those services. And if they do, run them out of town. Vote them off the seat and run them out of town. Vote smarter. Get people to turn out in these midterms or these local elections, because that's where it starts, man. These people I don't care if they have an R or a D next to them. That doesn't mean they're going to be responsible with your dang tax money. It just doesn't make sense. So,
and like you just said, vote them out. You select these people.
Vote them out.
They
or
work for
make
you.
their life a living hell while they're serving publicly, like at the meetings. Go talk to them. Speak at every meeting. They have to listen to you. You know, email them, write them. Don't harass them privately, but they're there for a reason, and that's to represent you, the people. And if you're not holding them responsible with your vote and with your public input at these public meetings in Florida, it's great because there's like a sunshine law. They have to do everything in the open. It's a little different how they run their meetings. They could set different rules, but for the most part, there's a standard where, you know, they're going to hear you. We've seen it here. We've seen stuff blow up in county chambers, city councils, and stuff like that. But it's important. Vote local. August 18th is the primaries. You have to vote. If you're in Florida, I think it's 18th. Make sure you vote. Vote local. There's no excuse. You can vote early. They let you vote early. Hell, now they ruled that they can count absentee ballots or mail-in ballots after Election Day. That was one of the Supreme Court rulings. And we didn't get to, we got 10 seconds left. Pray for Venezuela, if that's your thing. Almost 2,000 people dead. One of the big stories we didn't get to is there was a building that housed quite a few deportees from the United States that were just there shortly, maybe a couple months. But so it's a sad situation all around. But, it is a humanitarian crisis down there. And I believe Florida sent quite a few first responders down there to help in the search and rescue, along with the State Department and our FEMA and all that stuff like that. So, pray for Venezuela, especially where we are. I'm sure somebody who's affected by it. It hasn't been a great place. I mean, I'm sure it was a beautiful place to live, but not everybody's got building codes and stuff like that, or can handle 2 major earthquakes like that.
Right.
I wonder what Miami would look like with back-to-back 7.0 or whatever they were earthquakes. But from what I understand, this was like in a not a more popular part of the country, but still a very populated part. So I don't know. You see horrible stories of them pulling. I guess today they pulled a toddler out alive 6 days later. So
what's the total up to now? It was like 12 or 14 last.
No, I heard up almost 2,000.
Oh, it was 12 or 1,400. Yeah. So now it's up to about 2,000.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Do you have any idea, Leo?
No.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we ran late, and there was other stuff I wanted to talk about too, because it's America's 250. Don't let anybody bullshit you. This country was founded on Christian Judeo principles. It might not say it in the Constitution, but it mentions God or the Creator 4 times in the Declaration of Independence, and in the original document, the Peace Treaty of Paris, it specifically says the divinity, the Trinity, divine Trinity. So don't let anybody bullshit you when it comes to what America should look like. It shouldn't look like Muslims are overtaking your streets. Meanwhile,
Absolutely.
Christians have to hide their faith. So I know Stephen and them were talking about this on the Conservative Blitz podcast. Go check them out, and check out everything else at ircmedia.net also. And we'll see you next week, right? Because there's no Conspiracy Club.
So we.
I won't be here.
You're not going to be here next week?
Oh, that's right. You're going out.
Going out of town.
Yeah, going.
Going out of state.
Well, you might see me in Vince unless we go with them. So we'll let you know how that works out.
Shoot me a link.
Shoot you a link. But we might just follow you.
Come on
Talk to
up.
the boss about getting schedule done. So, DT, thanks for dropping in. As always, we do appreciate you. Steven, whoever else is out there, make sure you like, comment, share the show, follow it wherever you're at. We are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, Rumble. I think we're even live on Kick, Spotify, but I don't upload it there, but whatever. We'll see you.
We're out. See you guys.
Peace.